What's up, everyone? Sean Archer here. Woo! I have not done a whole lot in a while, guys. I haven't been posting. I've been busy, as I said before, but I've been busy in a good way. I've been studying up on some crypto, looking at some new projects, taking a crypto course, as I told you guys in the last video. But that's not what this course is about. And there's a kid with a motorcycle behind me, of course. Anyways, I wanted to talk today about chiropractics. That has nothing to do with crypto. So, just to backtrack for a second, back in 2017, I moved here to Florida. Prior to that, I'd played soccer my whole life, competitively in college. At this point in my life, when I moved to Florida, my back was killing me. My neck was killing me. I had pains going down my leg. I couldn't sleep very well. My sciatic nerve was just on fire. If you've had that before, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Anyhow, I get a guy's number. I won't say his name, but he's probably watching. He's a chiropractor in Metro West here at Lerner Chiropractics. If you're in this area, obviously you need to look that up. But previous to that, I had been to a chiropractor during college. Not a great experience. And I think for a lot of people, that's kind of how it goes. Since then, I will tell you that going to a chiropractor has changed a lot for me. Now, I'm going to hit a number of different things. I'm going to speak for a number of people, including myself, Sean Archer, the one and only. I go to the chiropractor. He sits me down and he says, listen, and nobody else had ever talked to me like this before, but he said, listen, you spend your whole life beating yourself up, getting your body out of sorts, and you can't expect to come in here for your couple of visits and all that to turn around, right? We spend 30 years, 40 years, 60 years of our lives destroying our body with bad habits. And to make matters worse, we have cell phones now, so we're all doing this and our necks are whacked up. And he says, you know, you need to be, and he takes x-rays, okay? He took x-rays at the time. Hips are out of place, back's out of place. Neck was terrible. And that wasn't something I probably couldn't have figured out based on the pain I was experiencing. But he starts working on me, and I go 3 times a week for a number of months. And for the first while, you know, it always feels good when you get adjusted, but then it's kind of like stuff goes back to the way it was. And I'm thinking, man, how long am I have to keep coming here? And at the time, I didn't know anything about chiropractic, to be honest. So time goes by, a couple months later, and I'm starting to feel good. You know, I'm starting to actually go, wow, okay. I'm not feeling the same pain as I used to. I'm sleeping better at night. I feel more loose. In my mind, for whatever reason, in my mind, I think of a door hinge. Picture a door hinge that hasn't been used in 30 years. You know, I'm 38 years old, so let's picture a door hinge that hasn't been used for 30. And you just all of a sudden open that door. Is that going to be smooth? Probably not. It's going to be rusty. It's going to be unoiled. But the more you work it, right, and the more you lubricate it, it starts getting back to the way it needs to be. That's the mental image I have for some reason. And so I end up going to the chiropractor, and he made it very affordable for me. And he's a believer. His ministry is his work of chiropractics. And I can tell you for a fact, talking to a lot of people, that he's done a lot. He's doing the kingdom's work as well as doctor work, right? He's helping a lot of people. He's just a good guy. And a year and a half later, I'm feeling the best I've ever felt in years. And again, I spent my whole life growing up in Africa playing soccer, playing in college 4 years, really beat myself up. My lower spine was like wanting to almost fuse together. It was just terrible. I'm feeling great. And of course, if you've ever been to a chiropractor's office, you always see that poster on the wall that shows the central nervous system attached and what parts of your vertebrae and whatever are attached to different organs in your body. And I can tell you, there are times when I get adjusted, your sinuses will open up. You adjust your neck and all of a sudden, oh, I can breathe out my nose. Or for me, I can especially, because I've had some mid and lower back issues, when I get adjusted, I can feel my stomach actually instantly change. Or, you know, different organs in your body start working better. I remember, and this was what blew my mind that first year I was there. I'm trying to remember the story correctly, but a girl had come in, and I was there that day. A girl had come in, and she had hearing issues. I think she was deaf or mostly deaf. Been to all kind of experts, and no luck, right? She is probably close to 20 years old or something like that, or, you know, late, I don't know, we'll just say 20 years old. She goes and gets adjusted and can start hearing, and hearing starts coming back, things like that. I'm trying to remember the story. It was a long time ago. But I started really becoming a believer, not just from my own experience, but seeing other people and the results that come from chiropractics, long-term chiropractics. And I get it, okay? I'm not a man who's very well off. If a chiropractor is going to charge you an absorbent fee every time, it's not very attractive, right? And there are, in my experience, there's two kind of chiropractors out there. There's the ones that care and the ones that just want your money, knowing that you're not going to know any different and you're probably not going to come back long term. You know, a lot of them will say, okay, come for 10 visits, $300 or whatever, $500 or whatever it may be. That's not going to do you much good. And and I guess I'm not a doctor, I'm not a chiropractor, but the ones that are going to tell you that, I don't know what to tell you. You can't expect 10 visits to fix your entire life of abuse any more than you go to, I'm here at my kid's soccer practice, any more than you go to a soccer practice for 10 practices and expect to be an expert at anything. It's repetition over a period of time. And guys, if your spinal column, your neck, your vertebrae are not in place, or they're sitting out of place, or they're like a hose that's been twisted or kinked up, the water can't flow through it very well. It's like your central nervous system. Again, I'm no expert on this stuff, but take care of your body. I would venture to say that most everyone is health conscious. They're saying, I don't go to McDonald's, I don't eat all this junk food, all that. Okay, well, that's great. Well, that's one aspect of your diet, right? And that's very important. But believe it or not, your intestines, again, you're looking at that chart, that nervous system chart, your intestines are also attached to your nervous system. And if that's out of place, your diet can be great, but it's not going to be working the way it should, right? Come on, think, guys. Think with me here for a second. What am I trying to say? If you have this stigma in your mind, or people have told you, oh, chiropractics or hippies or whatever it is, I hate to tell you this, but like a lot of things that were fake news years ago, or that were laughed at years ago, they're not so much laughed at anymore. And chiropractics has always been ahead of its time, but it's always been kind of looked on differently. And nowadays, that's not so much the case anymore. I'm sure there's some of that, but, you know, I still run into people all the time. I say, I go to the chiropractor regular. I say, I go every week. And they go, are you joking? What are you wasting your money for? And I'm thinking to myself, you have no idea, how bad off, because I'm looking at them, I'm like, you look like a lightning bolt. Your back does, or whatever. You're walking like this with a giddy up in your step. And they have no idea. It's like, and I'm sure going to circle this around to crypto, guys. If you don't own Bitcoin, if you don't own crypto, the people that don't own it don't understand, and they don't know, and they're going to laugh at you. They're not invested in it, right? I'm invested in my health, not just in what I eat, how I walk, how I think, how I live, but I'm trying to think totality. It's not just diet. It's a lot of other things. And don't let the people in life stop you from doing things that you should probably be doing. And hey, I don't mean to be rude, but if you want to make some money and you want to learn to invest, how many people have gone in? I hear people all the time, I'm going to get into the stock market. Okay, well, that's great. Good for you. Do you own any stocks? Well, no, but okay. Same with the crypto. Guys, the stock market for me is an absolute joke compared to the crypto markets. You can make money in both, but you can make a lot more money in crypto. And I'm circling this around, guys. Track with me. Sean Archer here. Track with me. I'm a little weird, I know. But get into things you don't know. Learn new things. You got to live in this body your entire life on earth, right? Till you get a new one if you're a believer, guys. And I'm going to be straightforward with you. If you are not a believer in Jesus Christ, if you are not born again and your faith is not in the blood of Jesus Christ that will save you, then I hate to tell you this, but you're not going to be getting a new body after the resurrection. In fact, you're going to be spending your time in hell. So, newsflash, you may want to open the Bible. You can unsubscribe me or not watch this video if that offends you, but I'd rather offend you and get you thinking about a lot of different things in this life, but more importantly, your eternal future. So please put that in your pipe and smoke it. If you've never read the Bible, read the Bible. It'll change your life. And by the way, it talks about diet. It talks about health stuff. It talks about everything. It is the cookbook for life. And it was given to us by God Almighty, the creator of everything you see and the body you live in. So this is getting long. I'm going to throw this out there. Going back to crypto. I'm going to make a prediction. If you guys watch my Onyx coin, I made a call on Onyx coin before it blew up, and it blew up big. It's retraced along with a lot of other ones, but it's going to keep going. I'm going to make another call. Velo, V-E-L-O. I think in the next couple of weeks, you're going to start to see it in the headlines. I think we're going to see a run with that one. You can't get it. I don't know if you can get it on any American exchanges. I would suggest if you're interested in that one, opening up a crypto.com exchange. That's a good safe one if you're interested in Velo. Anyways, guys, you know the drill. Be a blessing to someone today. I hope I was a blessing to you. I hope I caused you to think a little differently. Check out Chiropractics. It changed my physical life. You guys, my brain thinks better. When you get headache, I used to get headaches constantly. Headaches, I felt like I had a constant headache. I felt like I had a literal rod shoved up my butt, all the way up my back and into my head before I went to the chiropractor and started having a lot of that damage reversed. And man, it makes a world of difference. When you feel like crap, your life sucks. And you know that. If you've ever, I've had a slip disc in my back before, and I couldn't move for about 6 hours. When you feel like crap, you cannot think correctly. That's a fact. If you don't believe that, go do a 2-mile run as fast as you can and try to solve some math equations in your head. You are just trying to get one foot in front of the other, trying to get enough oxygen in your body. Guys, when your body isn't right, your mind isn't right. There's a lot of things that aren't right. Take care of your body holistically. Don't just wash your face and brush your teeth. Got it? So anyways, a little free wisdom, not that you needed that. Be a blessing to someone today. Give somebody a call. And as always, this is Sean Archer, TIA. This is America, and I'll see you in the next video, whenever that is. I'm out.